I hate racing game fans. Like seriously, all they do is complain and cry about how good games were before they were even born. Life is just a bunch of up and downs, and so are Need for Speed games. Like everyone's favorite thing. Most Wanted 2016?
First I'm gonna take your ride, then I'm gonna take your ride, then I'm gonna take your ride, then I'm gonna take your... Get ready for that.
While I do see it as an alright game with unique visuals, pretty mid gameplay, good soundtrack, another worthless yet to be fair funny story, I don't get why people see this as the second coming of Jesus Christ. I believe the fact that this is one of the best selling racing games of all time has sort of made it overrated. Like seriously, if I see another Sigma Brazil Funk blacklist car edit on TikTok, I'm gonna... How a racing game where you can't visually customize your car be good? This is a perfect example I have for people mindlessly liking something just because it is popular. Tokyo Xtreme Racer, known as Shutoko Battle in Japan, is an arcade-style racing video game series created by Genki, inspired by street racing on the Shutoko Expressway in Tokyo. This game first appeared in 1994. Assetto Corsa from 2014 is a sim racing video game developed by Kuno Simulazioni, I hope I pronounced that right. It is designed with an emphasis on realism and modability. And I need the Ultra Kill music again. Due to Assetto Corsa's modability, the Shutoko Revival mod, which takes place on the same Japanese highway as Tokyo Xtreme Racer, was released to incredible success. Coincidentally, TXR is making a comeback, something we've been looking for decades. I had posted this to show people our beloved racing franchise has returned. And everyone just told me, actually, this is just Assetto Corsa, stop capping.
Okay, Clay, I get the point.
No, you don't!
Need for Speed Unbound is a game of all time. Probably one of the most hated games of all time. And I gotta say, this game is just so good. Maybe it's just me trying to be different, but Need for Speed Unbound is not only one of the best Need for Speed games, but also one of the best racing games I've played. Mostly because of its incredibly dedicated developers adding updates to the multiplayer. The story mode isn't that great, but the online is so thrillingly good. The Lockdown game mode is practically Need for Speed Rivals Most Wanted Carbon Blur Battle Royale. You will be fighting other players that constantly ram into you, stealing literal hundreds of thousands of dollars you've earned your car for 30 minutes straight, while being chased by cops, while taking damage from the zone from Fortnite, and your biggest enemy is your own driving skills. Oh, and if you don't reach a track within a certain time limit, you will lose everything. It is, in my opinion, the most fun racing game multiplayer mode ever made. The satisfaction you will get when you steal hundreds of thousands of dollars and a LaFerrari from a player will never be matched by anything. And people can still say this is the worst racing game ever made just because they don't like the cartoony driving effects. Okay, while we're here, let's just quickly talk about Forza so I can make this video longer. Forza Horizon 1 is my personal favorite game of all time, mostly because of the way it blends car culture with the whole music festival thing. Forza Horizon 5 is not a bad game, it's just the same thing, but worse in a lot of ways. Sure, it looks better lighting wise, and at least the map is bigger, yet it kinda does look worse because it's literally just sand. The single player boss races are gone, along with the cutscenes. There's practically no progression because you can just get gifted hypercars, like I got a Koenigsegg Jesko, Lamborghini SVJ, Pagani Zonda, all for free without me doing anything. It's just kind of, you get in a car, you drive around without any purpose or without any reason to explore, and on top of that it's just really buggy. I've just had so many issues connecting and playing with my friends. I'm not even going off a script anymore, I'm just listing off the problems of this game off the top of my head because there's just so many. And back to the racing game fans, the people love this game. I mean, just look at the Steam charts, or look on social media, it's all just Forza. It's clearly by far the most popular racing game out right now. Now, I can pretty much tell you just by looking at this, Gran Turismo is clearly better than at least the new Forza Motorsport. But I can't tell you too much because I cannot afford the PlayStation. But you can change that by hitting the subscribe button and helping me get monetized so I can hate on more racing games.